Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to send all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect individual. To all you brothers, I say shalom. To you confusion of faces, I say shalom. And to all you sisters, I say shalom as well. To all you sisters putting in the work for this truth and also supporting your man who is an Israelite. To you, I say shalom. Today, I want to do a lesson, and I'm going to let the Spirit guide me. Exodus 12th chapter, starting at the 14th verse. And this day shall be unto you a memorial, and you shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. You shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. Okay. Basically, Exodus chapter 12 talks about the Passover. And not to really get into it, but being that this so-called holidays pass, not saying that the Passover is, I'm not saying the Passover is a holiday, but as you can see right here, it's an ordinance. You know, it's a memorial. Okay. All right, let's look up the word memorial. Serving to preserve memory of a person or event. Okay. All right, let's look up ordinance. An authoritative decree or direction order. A law enacted by governmental authority. Okay, who is the governmental authority? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And you know, you have to keep the Passover. Okay, let's go back to Exodus chapter 12, verse 14. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial. What is memorial? A memorial is a remembrance. Okay? And you shall keep it a feast. Ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord thy power throughout your generations. Okay? You shall keep it a feast by ordinance, by this law, you know, forever. So it's an order. You know, now if you're gonna participate in anything that not really saying celebrate, but if you're really going to honor Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls God, and Jesus Christ, if you're really going to honor something relating to the Most High, you must honor the Passover. And again, I want to stress, it's not a holiday. This is a law that the Most High, an order that the Most High told us to keep. Okay? All right? And not to really get into it, you can basically read about the Passover yourself. Read chapter 12 and, you know, ask the Most High to guide you. But, you know, we celebrate a lot of things, man, that we're not supposed to. You know, we celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day. We celebrate all these religions, but when it comes to the Passover, some people just don't get it. You know, they just don't get it. Okay? Now, I want to show you something else as well. Let me see. Okay, this is Exodus chapter 12. Okay, starting at verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. So here you have two things. Okay, you have the Hebrew New Year, and you have, which is in chapter 12, verses 1 through 2, and then you have the Passover, which is in Exodus chapter 12, verse 14. Okay? And the Most High said, "This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year for you." Okay? Now, those two things right there. Now, you don't really, I'm not saying you really celebrate, you're not supposed to really celebrate the first month of the Hebrew, the first month of the Hebrew calendar anyway. You know, you recognize it, but you don't, you're not supposed to celebrate it. Okay? And you recognize what it means. Okay? Now, you're not supposed, like I said before, you're not supposed to participate in Christmas, participate in Thanksgiving. When you do your research, man, do your research about Thanksgiving. Most of you already know what happened during the time of the Thanksgiving, what it represents. A lot of Native Americans, so-called Native Americans, which is the tribe of Gad and the tribe of Reuben, got persecuted, man. A lot of treaties got broken, a lot of promises got broken, a lot of lives were taken, man. And Christmas, man, is just a pagan holiday. Do your research about Christmas. Do your research about Christmas. And also the so-called New Year, January 1st, is not supposed to be in December. Springtime, think about it. Springtime is the time of the new year. Okay? Around that time, around springtime. Okay? Why would you have a new year in the middle of winter where everything is dead? Life represents, okay, when you in springtime, you think about life, right? That's the beginning of baby birds and the bears wake up from hibernation, all that good stuff. Is basically, springtime is a life season. So why would that season be towards more the middle of the year? It's kind of is in the beginning of the year, I guess you can say, but it should be the start of the new year, not like 3-4 months down the line. All right, this is Exodus 13, starting at verse 3. And Moses said unto the people, "Remember this day in which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage, for by strength of hand of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai brought you out from this place. There shall be no leavened bread eaten. This day came ye out in the month of Abib." Okay, the month of Abib is around springtime. Okay, and what did the Most High say? "This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year for you." And what is the first month of the year? It is Abib, according to the Hebrew. So this old man winter shit, old man winter and the so-called baby new year in January, it's a whole bunch of foolishness, man. According to the Hebrew and according to the Bible, the beginning of months should be in the springtime. And also in the springtime, that's the time to recognize the Passover. Okay? Hey, man, you got to do your research about these things, man. These wacky-tacky Christians and these pork chop eating Christian preachers are not going to tell you these things. You got to ask the Most High to guide you with your studies. You can't go by what ministers say all the time, because they can steer you. Well, most of them, well, almost all of them, 99.9% of them are steering you astray. I mean, you have some who do a good job teaching the ancient Hebrew and stuff like that, but at the same time, man, you know, hey, it's all about making money at the end of the day for them, you know. All right, this is your boy Izar. Till next time, Shalom.